Most gardeners are taught that compost is the ultimate solution to tired soil. Add more organic matter, wait patiently, and fertility will return. That advice works, but it is slow. What surprised me was discovering an older, largely forgotten method that recharged my soil faster than compost ever did. It wasn't fertilizer, inoculant, or amendment. It was fallow, but not the lazy, abandoned kind most people imagine. This was an intentional, managed fallow system used for centuries, and once I applied it correctly, the results were immediate, visible, and hard to ignore. Long before compost piles and bag soil conditioners, farmers understood that soil could heal itself if given the right pause. Medieval European fields, African shifting farms, and even ancient Middle Eastern plots were regularly rested, but never left empty. The fallow period was a biological reset, allowing microbes, fungi, insects and plant roots to rebalance the soil system. Instead of forcing nutrients in, farmers allowed nutrients to cycle upward naturally. What modern gardening lost was the method. Fallow was not abandonment, it was management. You know, leaving soil bare is not fallow. It's really just erosion waiting to happen. True fallow soil is always covered and always active, just not harvested, you see. When I first applied this method, I stopped planting crops in one bed for a single season and instead focused on controlling what grew there. Native grasses, shallow-rooted weeds, volunteer legumes, and even moss were allowed to establish temporarily. The key was, well, resisting the urge to intervene. Roots penetrated compacted layers, microbes multiplied, and moisture regulation improved without a single shovel of compost added. Compost, you see, adds nutrients from the outside. Managed fallow, on the other hand, unlocks nutrients already trapped inside the soil. Now, during a fallow phase, root exudates feed microbial colonies, which then convert locked minerals into forms that plants can actually use. Worms return, fungi rebuild their networks, and soil aggregates, well, they just sort of reform naturally. In my own garden, soil that had been compacted and honestly quite pale darkened within just a few weeks. Water infiltration improved first, and then, the following season, I noticed a much stronger plant response. Compost feeds soil. Fallow repairs it. I chose a depleted bed that had been heavily planted for, years. After the last harvest, I simply stopped cultivation entirely. So I lightly watered the soil to encourage natural growth, and, well, I allowed whatever emerged to stay, unless it was invasive or woody, you know. Every few weeks I knocked taller plants down at soil level, but without pulling the roots. This created a nice surface mulch while leaving the underground structure intact. After about 3 months, I gently incorporated the surface residue and planted directly. The soil was honestly looser, darker, and more responsive than any compost-treated bed nearby. You know, tilling and constant planting, they really do disrupt fungal networks and over time compact those lower layers of soil. Fallow periods, on the other hand, allow those networks to rebuild, uninterrupted. When roots decay right where they grew, they form channels that, well, improve both aeration and drainage. And microbial glue, it binds those soil particles into stable aggregates, making the soil structure much more resilient. This structural repair, it's actually the reason why fallow soil often outperforms compost-rich soil when it comes to root development and drought resistance. Compost, you see, improves the chemistry, but fallow restores the physics and biology together. Even in limited space, fallow works. A single raised bed, rested for one season, can, outperform 3 continuously planted beds the following year. In urban gardens, allowing controlled volunteer growth achieves the same effect. For hydro-adjacent growers using soil blends, rotating beds into fallow prevents salt buildup and microbial collapse. The principle remains constant pause extraction. Encourage root activity and let biology do the work. Compost boosts short-term growth, but, repeated reliance can lead to dependency. Fallow soil builds internal resilience. Nutrients cycle slower but remain available longer. Plants grown after fallow periods show deeper rooting, better stress tolerance, and more consistent yields. This is why traditional farming systems sustain production for centuries without synthetic inputs. They respected rest as much as work. The hardest part is psychological. Letting soil rest feels wasteful. Watching weeds grow feels wrong. But productivity is not measured by constant planting. It is measured by sustained output over time. Once I stopped treating soil as a passive medium and allowed it to act as a living system, results followed naturally. Fallow taught me restraint, observation, and trust in biological processes older than agriculture itself. If this deep dive into the forgotten fallow trick changed how you think about soil health, make sure to subscribe to the Hydra Haven channel. Share this guide with fellow growers, soil nerds, and history-minded gardeners who want results without shortcuts. Rested soil feeds generations, not just seasons.